Hello, all two of you out there. My name is Jason Rudolph Kaiser. Used to be a musician. I don't know if I could qualify as that anymore. Played the bass. A few bands way back, 20 years ago, whatever. I don't know how long it's been now. But, yeah. Bass, punk rock.
Bass, punk rock. Yeah, when's the last time you actually played? Do you remember?
Last week, actually,
Oh, you busted it back out?
Well, I've got everything busted out, and I was like, I had it all, like you were saying earlier, low-hanging, bass, and just trying to remember some old things, and I was like, wow, I suck. Like, I had my, I use a pick because it's punk rock. I was like trying to dial in the tone on the amp as well, and I'm like, dang, I can hardly even do the up and down like very good anymore, and so I was like, I don't know if I qualify as a musician anymore, but
I don't think I ever did.
Well, that either, I suppose. Samesies.
Yeah.
My first car was a 1979 CJ7, a Jeep.
Oh, yeah?
It was gray, kind of getting rusted out. I guess at the time it wasn't that old. It was, I don't know what, 1979 to 1995, 6, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
In Mandan. Somebody had it. We bought it. Well, it was my dad's, but he, I drove it all the time. So, yeah. Jeep. Been a Jeep guy my whole life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Only Jeeps.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what the hell? I didn't know that.
Well, not always the, Wranglers or whatever. Like right now I've got a, what's it called? Grand Cherokee.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got a Wrangler outside.
No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. I moved all the vehicles out because I'm trying to cut the bush out there. You probably saw all the branches and whatnot.
Chainsaw.
Yeah. I fucked that up, man.
I'll give you a little guidance when we're done here.
Yeah. Let's do that.
The thrill of the wild. One vehicle captures that feeling with the strength and agility to master most any terrain. Nothing stands in its way. Jeep CJ, like nothing you've ever driven.
There's a feeling you can get only in a Jeep.
I remember when I was a little kid being at, probably like 4 or 5 years old, being at some picnic, maybe like a church picnic or something. First time I ever saw a Jeep. And I was like always into them since then. And then 14 years old, my dad was like, hey, Jeep. And I'm like, yes, we should get it. I remember being down kind of below University of Mary on Sibley. It's a Girl Scout camp or whatever, Camp Nietzsche down there.
Yeah.
It was about probably 15, 16. And they got a little parking lot you drive into, and there's like rocks and whatever, so you can't get any further into the trees. Well, somehow we kind of just narrowly got the Jeep through there, and like we're going over like, tree stumps and whatever. Oof. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure that after that there was a shock absorber had it was leaking and whatever. Yeah. And my dad was like, were you doing stuff? Like, whatever. And we're like, no, just like driving around, Hopefully he doesn't listen to this. I'm sure I've told him the truth since then, but we were totally like kaboom, like going through, and like just because it's 4-wheel drive, kids, doesn't mean that you need to be like,
just because you can doesn't mean you should.
You should be doing it. They're not built like that. Like, things are going to break.
Yeah.
And they do.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeeps are notoriously goddamn bouncy.
I had another one, a black 2002. It was all black. It was, black windows. It was really cool. It's jacked up. And we were down South Washington. And, we'd always have river days down there. And, got a few people in the back. And there's, the trail down there, there's like, you kind of go off to the side. Sometimes we call it like the jungle safari trails. And just doing the same thing. The sand just like bouncing around. And that was like $2,000 worth of damage that day. Like steering, the automatic steering or whatever, power steering.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, something with some bearings maybe. Yeah.
Damn.
But we had fun, so.
Yeah, you had fun. At whose expense, though?
My own at that time.
You ever take the doors off? The top?
If it's a vehicle that I'm a daily driver, I don't care to do that.
Yeah.
But I did actually have, as of more recently, sold it a couple years ago, a 1976 CJ5. It was red, nice, beautiful. That one I just left the doors, and it was just had a soft doors and soft top. Left that crap off all the time. I only drove it like, summertime or whatever.
Yeah. You ever get rained on?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like we were up at Kobe's one time and getting done, and like we see the radar or whatever, storm's coming. Like, all right, we better get out of here. And we're like, I don't know, 3 minutes away from home, and it just starts pouring. We were soaked by the time we got back home. But
damn.
Yeah, it was fun.
Did that flood on the floorboard? Does it leak out?
There's little holes usually. Like, I don't think I ever saw that it like retained anything. It had carpet, so I wouldn't really.
Yeah.
I never checked it. I didn't check that one out. Like, what happened with that one? Usually, that one was sitting out there like a lot in the rain, like just in the driveway, because sometimes I didn't have spot for it. So
yeah, with our Jeep Wrangler, we'll take the tops off sometimes, but we've never gone too crazy and pulled off the rest and the doors or anything.
Yeah.
We would if we had a garage we could pull it into.
Right.
But we got a tiny garage that basically can fit a lawnmower in.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
then you got to also worry. This one I didn't have to worry because it didn't even have a stereo in it. Like,
yeah.
No speakers, no nothing to get rained on. So,
okay.
Like, yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could piss in it.
And,
be fun.
well, yeah. I mean, I probably,
Did.
Probably did. Who knows? But yeah, and then I mean, it was beautiful, but like, it had just some grayish seats that I would have redone if I'd kept it, and made it, that much better. I've got a buddy who does upholstery. Like, he's like the best. Von Stitch, if anybody's listening and you need to look him up. Upholstery.
All right.
Advertising on your...
For free.
Yeah. I remember having like junky old trucks too. Well, my dad's, when I was still teenager. One was like an old Ford something, 70 something, 3 on the tree. Manual. That thing didn't even have 4-wheel drive. I remember going to the Lord of the Rings in theaters. The second one, what's that one called?
The
Two Towers.
Yeah, I was going to say Twin Towers, but yeah. The two
no, it was the third one.
Oh,
King.
the Return of the King.
Return of the King. And getting onto that, I was in Bismarck already, picking up a friend and getting onto the interstate. And it was kind of a snowy day. And yeah, it just, what do you call it? Tail swinging, whatever. And I went
you're fishtailing?
Fishtailing, yeah.
Damn.
Went into the ditch and took about 10 or 15 minutes of maneuvering.
Yeah.
But
you got it out?
Got it out, yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know how the heck that happened, but
yeah. A little back and forth.
A lot of, yeah. I mean, I wasn't...
At the moment,
I wasn't stuck.
Okay.
But trying to get back up onto the interstate, it was totally slick and, slushy, whatever, snow and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it was a fun time.
Yeah.
You're not stuck until you're stuck.
I think I did it for one winter where I kept cat litter in the back of the vehicle.
Yeah, sure.
I've tried also using the floor mats one time when I got stuck.
Those just slide right through.
Yeah. It's like, goddamn.
If they don't have any sort of
anything.
traction, there's shoots right out the back.
And if you do it enough time, it'll just like rip up your floor mat. So when you put them back in, you're like, oh, fuck, why'd I do that?
I had, I'm a UPS driver as well, so I don't know where I was.
You ever get that truck stuck?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's why I kind of decided I took an in-town route years ago, because I was sick of getting stuck out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I remember one time, it was by Selfridge, down on the res, actually. I don't know, Selfridge might not be on the res. I don't know. Anyways, but, I was on a road, and it was, like, really snowy that day, and I'm like, should I take this? And I start going, I'm like, no, I shouldn't. I'm, like, trying to turn around, and I'm, like, spinning, and we have traction pads. In that snow, it didn't matter. I just kept shooting them out the back, same thing.
Yeah.
And I lost one of them in the snow I'm like, all right.
I'm not going to dig that up.
Yeah. I was looking, but I don't know where the heck it went, And, I got turned around enough. I'm like, I'm not going that way today. And stick to the highways sort of day,
Yeah.
Rather than going out in the middle of nowhere and where nobody's going to be able to get you, with their tow truck.
When you would do like rural routes, UPS, did you have a bucket or a Gatorade bottle that you would bring with you? That you would use
bottles in town.
Oh, even?
Yeah, I mean, like if you're out in the neighborhood,
you gotta go.
Yeah, and you can drive.
You're not chucking them out the window, though, are you?
No.
Okay.
You could drive 5-6 minutes to the gas station and wasting 15 minutes, or you're done in your bottle in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But if you're out in rural, I would just, in the ditch or whatever.
Right.
One
Did you
of the
bring
guys,
like toilet paper though? Like if you got to poop.
So here's a couple stories from a couple of the older guys.
Nice.
One of them, it was blizzarding and whatever, really cold, and so he didn't want to go out into the ditch, and so he just squatted in the back of the truck, way back of the truck, right there, let it freeze for a couple hours while he's making deliveries, and he opens the back door and he kicked his solid poo out the back.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And another guy told me, you get a couple of firm packages, usually some of these, they're white styrofoam, like usually medical stuff in them.
Uh-huh.
And you set two of them next to each other, so there's a little gap in between, and we call them driver release bags. They're for when it's raining. You can it's a plastic bag, basically a garbage bag, put your package in there, and it's safe, to leave out in the rain.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So he would take one of these bags and set it, and then he'd be one cheek on one styrofoam, one cheek on the other styrofoam, and then in the middle is his trash bag, and,
Nice.
You go in there, I guess.
That's genius.
I don't know that I ever had an experience. I must have, because I carried toilet paper.
Yeah.
But I don't recall ever actually doing it anywhere.
It's so weird to be out in kind of the wilderness, and you're like, oh, I have to go. Oh. So you kind of like go up behind a tree or whatever, and it's still like, I don't know. We're not used to squatting like that.
Well, yeah.
At least us Americans are not. Yeah.
I'll have emergency situations in town now. I'm like, ooh, the stomach turns, and you're like,
gotta go.
And I'm like, I got a race to, on my route, I got a few safe spots,
Yeah.
Or not safe, but like more comfortable,
Yeah.
Not like a crappy gas station.
Right. Somebody's backyard or something.
Yeah, exactly,
My safe spot is my home.
Well,
and I used to, there's been a few times where I would leave wherever I'm at just to go home to take my dookie. Because I had such anxiety of using public bathrooms.
I'm not fond of it, but yeah.
Yeah.
If I have to.
Yeah. No, I've gotten more comfortable now.
I was actually, just this last week, there was an emergency. I'm delivering packages in, Southwest Mandan, and I'm like, this needs to happen right now.
I got another delivery.
And I knew I was near this school, and there's a softball diamond there, and I'm like, well, it's summertime, they got a porta potty there. I'm like, all right, hopefully it's not locked.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm like out of luck right now. Like changing my pants style. But yeah, it was unlocked, and I'm like, I don't care, I'm just, got in there, and, I don't even take time to put toilet paper down on the seat. Cause
no, of course not.
It's a situation. Normally,
those are the worst in the summer, too, when it's super hot.
Well, this
sun's
one
beating
was
down on
like
those.
all empty, nobody had gone in it yet, it appeared. So
lucky.
It was all right, yeah. Like,
I go camping a lot, so we'll use those outhouses or spiffy biffs if they have them on the side, and they're just the goddamn worst. Everybody is dumping in them and building mountains inside them and not lifting up the seats or closing them afterwards, because if it's just an outhouse, you have to close the seat, or at least to help with the smell.
Well, yeah.
And everybody will leave it wide open. So you get in there and it's like flies and the smell, and you're like,
it's almost to the top.
You can't, you can't even hold your breath that long, too. It's like,
have you ever been to one where it is and you like have to hover there? So like,
I haven't. That's nasty.
Yeah, I've seen that once maybe, but yeah. Where are we going with this?
Oh yeah, sorry, my first car.
Punk rock, I guess.
Yeah,
was the first. Probably around 14 years of age.
Who'd you get into?
Really, it was MXPX.
Yeah,
was the first. I remember one of my buddies brought the CD. I went to like youth group back then and such, and I actually. Yeah, my buddies liked it, and I was like, well, maybe I'll check it out. And this girl that I liked it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to check it out even more so I can have something to relate, And it took me a little bit, but we were on vacation, and I was listening to my cassette tape over and over, and I was like, oh, I like this, Like MXPX, Pokin' At Ya was their first album, and I was listening to that on my Walkman on cassette tape. And, I got to like it. And then, my buddies, and it was like all about, moshing at shows, and like, it's kind of, their lyrics were more of that of like, girls and teenage stuff and whatever. A lot like, any young band would do, I guess. And it was like, yeah, I related, it was like people think the same things that I do, because you don't know that when you're 14 or whatever.
You lived here, Bismarck, Mandan area. What were some of the first shows you remember going to?
I remember probably first was DC Talk, having nothing to do with punk rock at all. It was Christian, whatever. They were like rap back then. Was at my church, and then they brought in like the whole huge like lighting setup and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I think one of them was climbing on it all the way up to the 40 feet up to the roof or whatever. I remember that. I remember it was even before you and I were in bands, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Some of these older, the metal guys over at the Elks in Mandan, which is no longer, it's still there, but it's not the Elks. Right by where the library is over there. When we went upstairs up there, and there was like some kind of, these older guys, we're 14 and they're, I don't know, 16, 17, 18, hardcore, and then we just went in there moshing around and having a good time and whatever. And I don't remember who these guys were.
Huh.
Truthfully, I don't remember a lot of like, I wouldn't have known, I knew you, but I don't remember a lot of the other bands' names and the guys' names, because like Nathan and I always thought we were better than all of you guys. So we were just like, oh, you guys again or whatever. Just like
that's every band though.
Well,
that's every band in every group, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, we just thought like, because we were like, oh, we got our pants cuffed, and like we have our style and whatever.
You did have that style, yeah.
And we copied,
was kind of like
moves,
like greasers from the 50s, yeah.
And then copying like 80s bands moves, like I jumped over. He would get down on his knees with a guitar, and I jumped over him or whatever. And,
oh shit! While playing.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we had all that crazy. And I remember, if you remember, we had pyrotechnics.
Briefly, yes. Holy shit.
our buddy made them. Well, Jesse Thom, I don't know if you remember him. He was our drummer. He was actually a jazz drummer.
Wait, for Refined? What was the band here?
No, he was Duck Dodgers.
Okay.
Refined, that was Tim Newman. And then Jeff Delorier actually decided to
that's right.
take up the drums. And he was probably, like, just like that in a month.
A guitar player going to a...
He was a great guitar player.
Insane.
And then he was like, within a month, he was like an Amazeballs drummer.
Yeah.
Because Tim had quit. No, but anyways, I was talking about the pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
And, Jesse, he was our drummer, and he welded these, like, 6 shots on each side of the stage, and he wired it all up, and he got a little panel board and put light switches on it, and he'd hit a light switch, and then each, like, fire would go up because we put gunpowder.
You guys are doing this inside.
Yes.
Yeah, you're, like, gray white before gray white.
Yeah. Same deal.
Oh, nobody died, though.
No. I remember the first time we tried them at a show was at the Midtowner, and before anyone was there, we tried it, and the circuit breaker broke.
Oh,
and
shit.
So, like, and all the amps and everything went off, and we were like, okay, well, what are we going to do? We're like, well, let's have somebody hold the circuit breaker, and we'll just do all 6 shots.
Yeah.
I
kind of remember that now.
Just in the intro. So we had like a 3-minute intro or something, and we're like jamming out, and all 6 shots, and like he's sitting back there in the kitchen, holding the circuit breaker, and he's like, God. He could feel it like trying to break. Yeah. And no, it didn't. We just played on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was your first band?
Juniper Drive was the first.
Yeah.
That was, Nathan Kuntz was in that, and a couple of my buddies from high school and church and whatever. We played at was it the Green Earth or New Earth? Or?
Green Earth Cafe.
Yeah, played there quite a bit. With Ben Sugi's band, Stereotype.
Oh, yeah. I have their cassette tape.
They were like surfer type stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
they were really good. Or, well, so we thought back then, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Who knows? We might all look back and be like, ugh.
Wow, that sucks. Well, no, he was a pretty good songwriter or whatever.
Yeah. I remember that ND Surf, I think it was called. Everybody liked that. We're going surfing.
Yeah, I remember something
and at the time, we're like, but we're in North Dakota. What?
Yeah, I mean, who's surfing in North Dakota, I guess.
Right.
Skating, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't even skate.
Hey, come on in.
This dude.
Just walk in on the interview. That's okay. Sorry, I should have messaged
damn.
you.
What's up?
It's been a hot minute.
Sure has. I see your brother every now and then.
I was gonna.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Abrahamson just walked in here.
Hey!
Hey! You want to give us a momento? And then...
Yeah.
Do you just come to hang out?
I came to fix a mower and a chainsaw.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We got started a little bit late.
Yeah, alright. Well, I'll hang out over here.
Yeah, we played
Juniper Drive.
There.
Okay. Juniper Drive, I wanted to get like the name from that because it's been funny how many bands we've had in North Dakota just get their name from towns. You know, Buffalo Alice or Absaraka.
I remember that one, yeah.
It didn't... I was talking to somebody about that recently, and it didn't really click to me that there's been a lot of also bands that have had band names just from street names.
You know, everybody...
Who lived on Juniper Drive?
No, nobody did.
Oh, you just...
There was another band that came through that... It was before I joined. These guys, they played at the Light Club. Some band, and I don't remember their name, but the members of Juniper Drive loved them. And, this band came a couple times, and they were like, kind of looked up to them or whatever. And they named Juniper Drive.
Nice.
People always thought that there was rumors like, that somebody did, or all 5 of us lived on Juniper Drive, or whatever. No, it's just like some dude that didn't even live here always thought that was a good band name, and he named us. So
that's weird.
I don't know where they were from, but yeah. I'm sure he didn't even know that there was a Juniper Drive here. But yeah.
And there was.
Yeah.
Did you guys record?
Rich Street.
Rich?
All the rich people.
Yeah.
On Juniper Drive, yeah. We did record, with one of the stalkers, not Brad, I think it was his brother, a couple blocks over on 7th and, like, Boulevard or something.
Okay.
In his basement, like a little 4-track something. I don't know if we made a CD or just cassettes out of that. It sucked. It was terrible.
Yeah. You still have it?
I don't. I'm sure Nathan probably does. Maybe a couple of the other guys. Nathan and I, we recorded Duck Dodgers in our drummer's attic, just kind of really bad. It was terrible. Like, we didn't even mic we didn't even have him, like, the guitar mic'd, and, like, at first, and then it's like, well, we realized why you need to have a cab, because it sounds god awful. Like, if you just plug into the head, and then directly into the little, we had a little,
yuck, that would not sound good.
It sounded terrible.
Yep.
And we had a few cassettes of that I think those songs were pretty catchy, but terrible recording though.
Damn. I would have loved a Duck Dodger CD.
Like, now you could just set your iPhone and record, like, it from the side of the room or something. It
right.
would sound live, a million times better than
it did. Yeah. Absolutely. I get that. Yeah, that's crazy how technology has gotten so much better than what we had when we were growing up.
Well, so we mentioned this before. I had my favorite band come for my birthday and play in my basement.
I want to get to this.
MXPX, my favorite band. I flew them in when I turned 30. And it was literally like a movie house party, you know? Band playing in the basement, people, drinks, whatever, keg stands in the audience while the band's playing.
There's so much going on throughout the whole house.
Oh, the reason I went where that was because that was right before, like, I think that was right before iPhones or whatever. And I remember, like, people's videos from it was, like, just, the sound was terrible from, like, people's flip phones or whatever.
Yeah.
And, if we would have had iPhones, we would have had, like, way better, videos of that.
I know. But, I documented probably the first time they came with
you have a video with Mike Herrera.
I do
on the Facebook.
Yes,
with me, Tay. Every year I see that at some point.
Oh as the memories that pop up.
Yeah.
And a good part of their show I recorded, and then when I switched out the tapes upstairs when we were doing the after party, I wound up switching the part that I recorded them.
Oh, and then you recorded
over. Yeah,
like
recorded
just
over
everybody's drunk shenanigans.
Yeah. I was so disappointed.
Classic move.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was like, wait, I recorded all of their set to record this bullshit? That was so dumb.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
That is a shame.
The second time they came around and played at your place, I don't know what I ate. Nothing but garbage for the week before, and I had the worst gas, and I'm downstairs in the basement, and it was that gas where just a stomach ache, and when it would come out I would just feel heat.
Nice.
Straight up fire, and I would just try to let it out a little bit at a time.
The bubble coming up your butt crack or whatever.
Yeah. And somebody by me was like, who the fuck keeps farting? You better go take a shit right now. And I'm like, yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
It was the worst. And I always felt bad for that, but,
I remember the first time they were here, I was like, because it was my birthday party, and, I just let everybody come. I paid for it, and everybody can come for free, just bring a bottle or whatever, or a 6-pack or whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, in the middle, and I've got to take a leak, and I'm like, and they had just stopped, and I'm like, pause, I gotta go. And like,
that's awesome.
When do you get to tell your favorite band right in the middle of their performance to, stop because you have to pee?
I have to go piss. It's so great.
And,
oh my God.
They just, people, I think Carly came up and was saying some stuff, and they were talking, and then I came back out, and I'm like, all right, we can continue. And I'm like, yeah.
God. I was telling my boy too earlier, that was the best house party, hands down, I've ever been to or ever will be in my entire life. The fact that you got like a legit band to come play at your house, and it was such a good setup too. I don't know. Everything worked there.
I had between, you remember Brent?
Yeah.
Brent Wangler. I mean, he had like all the sound equipment, and we took the tiles out of the ceiling and we were mounting stuff. And another buddy who had he worked for Sleepy Hollow, and he brought a bunch of lighting and whatever, and he did all like a light show and whatever. Yeah. And like just had people bring. Somebody had drums that they brought, and then we brought a couple amps and whatever. I had the bass amp, and these guys just flew in with their guitars, and yeah, it was like awesome. Like,
So they played on other people's equipment then?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, just bring your bass. Like, Tom was like the guitarist.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Tom is the guitarist. He was like, all I need is a half stack, any kind of half stack.
Yeah.
And I can plug in my pedals and whatever. And and then I have my bass rig that, Mike just plugged into. And
one of those house parties that people still talk about today. What year was that?
2009.
And the second one?
Well, then the second time was the next year, but that was Mike's side project, Tumble Down. They were touring through.
Oh, sure.
And then the third year, right after that, it was Tumble Down and MXPX, and they all flew in for that one. So 2009, 10, and 11, I guess. I remember the first year, like the night after, a couple nights after, hanging out downtown with some of my friends, and somebody was like, I don't know where they were, and they were like, overheard somebody like, oh man, yeah, like, I guess like MXPX was at somebody's house the other night or whatever, and, just hearing stuff, little rumors like, around, around town. Like,
you're like, that was my place.
Yeah, like, awesome. Like, that was cool.
Yeah.
I remember the anticipation of that. I mean, those guys are flying in, and I'm like, that was probably the bigger, the last show was more people, and it was probably even funner. Mm-hmm. But the first time, it was like, because this had never happened before, I'm like, wow, like MXPX is flying here to like play in our basement. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Epic.
It was.
Yeah, it was fun.
How did it not get out of control? I mean, I was actually really impressed. Nobody was spilling out onto the lawn, probably because the band is playing inside, but it wasn't overpacked. It was packed like just enough.
Well, I had a Facebook invite or whatever, and I had it public at first, and then I realized, I don't know.
Yeah, better not do that.
Yeah, and then I made it private, and I'm like, I invited a good deal of people. Most of them came. There's probably 100 people there or whatever, jam-packed into that little room.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they were playing, everybody was in there, like nobody upstairs, or outside, because that's why you're there.
Yeah.
But like, afterwards, people were, I mean, I think it got a little out of control inside, but somebody like kicked a hole in the wall or something by accident and whatever. But we dragged like a dozen or more huge trash bags full of bottles and cans the next day.
A dozen?
About, yeah.
Jesus.
So, I mean, to get a picture of what we did there.
Yeah.
Like how many, whatever. I told people to come, it's free, just bring like a 24-pack or a bottle of bourbon or something. Right. And so, yeah, that was my only request for admission, and that probably led to people having a better time, I suppose, or worse, I don't know.
Can we do this again?
Yeah, right.
No, seriously.
I don't know.
What do you think it would take? Pretty much on your end, right?
Well, yeah, money.
Yeah,
and a place.
Having a place, charging. Consider it. If you could reach out,
I
bring
was
them
wondering
back.
about that. I just saw this Eclipse venue in town the old Bucks.
Yeah.
They had some bands that appeared to be coming from somewhere out of town. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they booked that sort of stuff themselves or what, but I mean,
they do, I think, for the most part, and hoping to get bands to at least get and connect with them.
I was like, touring. Me personally, like, I don't have, no longer have the fundage, mortgages and such.
Right.
But I could be a facilitating part with somebody to, connect. I suppose.
I would love to do that.
I was already thinking of that. I was
with
like,
you, if that's a possibility.
I saw some Snapchats of like the venue, and I'm like, that looks like a great place to, and they could, probably charge, I don't know what, but
right
enough to, and then sell drinks and whatever, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe get a radio spot or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody to sponsor something, maybe. I don't know.
Almost, you don't even have to do that for, certain bands, certain venues.
For MXPX.
I don't think you would have to. Word of mouth. A
decent amount of people there to pay that.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what they're charging now, but
they charge a bit much. And their beers are expensive too.
Oh, I'm talking about for MXPX is charging.
Oh. What it is today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Numbers and such.
Right. It's not 2008 anymore.
Right, yeah.
Juniper Drive. That was kind of like your first legit band?
None of them were legit.
I consider Juniper Drive legit. I consider Refined
I think
legit.
Refined
I
had
consider
the most talent in it. Or people who could actually play their instruments, me excluded. Those guys actually helped me because we practiced like every day, like after school or whatever, every afternoon, literally an hour, 2 hours, and that's how I kind of like, I've lost it all now, but I could play. The songs that we were playing, I was like really good at them, and like getting to, I didn't really know much about musical theory and whatever and this and that, and like be like, hey, how does this sound a bit? And then one of the guys will be like, yeah, or try this, and I'm like, okay, cool, and I got to the point where I could play stuff really well, but did I know really what I was doing? No.
Right.
Yeah, I would say they were like the most legit, like Sean Murray, Jeff DeLaurier.
Yeah, those guys were great.
Jarek Hendrickson.
Oh my God, that dude is
he joined. He just immediately.
Yeah,
my voice isn't high enough.
He's one of the funnest guitar players to watch too, because he's got these tiny little sausage figures. I love you, Jarek, but that's great.
I remember playing up in Minot at, was it Liberty House or something? Or
the Liberty.
Little tiny house that they had as a venue.
an old bar.
Yeah. And there was a band traveling through, I think I don't know were they from Canada? Were they Belvedere, I think?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe?
Pop punk.
And
from Canada, I believe.
Yeah, they were really good.
They were great, yeah.
And just seeing these guys who were like on tour, traveling, playing with us, and then they were just like watching Jarek play, just like jaws dropped, eyes wide open, like, I mean, he was impressive. I'm sure he still is. Like,
yeah.
And those guys were cool. I liked them. We played with them a few times.
Yeah.
Up there. Fargo. I remember going to Fargo a few times. I believe we won a battle of the bands in Fargo. Refined did. Yeah, we did. I don't remember what the prize was, but I don't know. No, did we? Was it for? Because we got to play with Fugazi at Playmakers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we opened for Fugazi.
What the fuck?
That might have been the prize, maybe? I don't know. Or if maybe that was completely separate. But yeah, we opened up for Ian McKay.
What the hell? I didn't know that.
Fugazi in Fargo. That was pretty cool, actually.
Well, yeah, I'd say.
And we got the sit down ahead of time. Behind backstage, he's wearing his fedora, Ian McKay, and all just at this table, and he's like, all right, you can have some people backstage and whatever, but we're not getting crazy, if you got a girlfriend or whatever. And we're just like, we don't know anybody here anyways, and like, yeah, like we didn't drink or anything, and like we're like that's easy enough, dude. Like, I think because Fugazi's like sober and straight edge or whatever, whatever. So yeah, he was just giving us the old chit chat. Yeah.
You can fuck around, just don't fuck around
just
too
don't
much.
get too crazy, you know. Nobody really cared for us playing, but
oh, well, yeah, of course. Everyone's there for Fugazi.
And so it was 1,500 people there.
Damn, I wish I went to that.
And the lights are on because that's how Fugazi wants it apparently.
Full.
And so yeah, we're just overhead, no like stage lighting, just lights. It was like Playmakers was like a gymnasium back then.
Yeah.
And we're just on this big stage, you know, like everybody, and they're just looking at us, and we're playing, and like nobody had ever heard of us or cared or whatever, but it was still cool, you know. Mm-hmm. How many people get to say they played with Fugazi, you know?
Nobody I've talked to.
Probably more people than we think, but you know, not anybody's little us. You know?
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was cool.
When did you start Duck Dodgers? And I know where you got the name from, but why don't you tell?
Duck Dodgers of the 24th and a half century is from Looney Tunes. What is Daffy Duck? He was, and that's from Buck Rogers from like the 50s or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the space, whatever. Yeah, he was Duck Dodgers, and then I just thought that was cool, so we named ourselves Duck Dodgers, and Nathan drew up a duck skull and crossbones, and we put that on shirts. And
was it just Duck Dodgers or Duck Dodgers and the 24th and a half?
We didn't put the name on it at all.
Oh,
just the skull and crossbones, and that was it.
Okay. I
remember one time I was down in Kansas City, and I was actually seeing MXPX, and I got to go up on stage and like shout a song with them or whatever. And afterwards, up there and whenever somebody comes up and they've got one of our Duck Dodgers shirts on, and I'm like, who are you and where did you get that? And they were like, oh yeah, we saw you in like, I don't know, Minnesota or something. Like, they were our fans in Minnesota, like, you know, all three of our fans or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, amazing. Wow, that was pretty cool, you know. Yeah, that was this little place in Kansas City. Good Charlotte was there before anybody knew who Good Charlotte was.
Yeah.
Actually, and I was like, sat off to the side afterwards, and Joel Madden, he was a singer. He was sitting right there, and he was like, "Hey, good job, man." I was like,
"Hell yeah,
cool, right on."
That's cool.
Shouting out, you know, name dropping over here.
You and I played together for a little bit.
What did you say that name?
Wicked Darling.
Yeah. Carly was in it, and who else?
I think at the time, it could have been after Jason Birch, probably Tom Hill.
Oh, Tom. We went to Fargo to practice one time.
Oh, yeah.
Was there another guitarist, or was it just you?
Adam.
Was he in it?
I think so. I think he played acoustic at that time. So it could have been me, you, Adam, Tom, and Carly. And I only remember playing one show with you, and that was at Eagles in Mandan. And there could have been more.
I don't even remember that myself.
But I remember when you were playing, you were facing your bass amp.
That's what I...
And like just had like your tight ass to the audience.
That was always like my stance. I was like...
Yeah, your bass dropped all the way like below your knees. I don't know how you did it. Were you almost doing
maybe
the splits?
Knee level, I don't know. But not that low. But but then I was down, because I wanted to hear my bass.
Okay.
Like really, you know.
Yeah.
So I put my ear up next to the speaker. I had an 810 cab, so, you know, however tall that was.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I want to hear what I'm playing. And also, I feel like I look cool doing this.
As a fellow punker, I love that look too. The low guitar playing. Yeah. But I always fuck up. Like, the lower I go, the more I fuck up. And I'm like, God damn it, I have to bring it up a little bit. So
I think that's just how the
older I get, I think, like, the higher my guitar is going to be.
Well, probably,
you know?
Yeah. And then
I'm not at the age yet where it's up to my neck. Right. But at some point, I think it will be.
You know what? I don't know if this is cool or not, but I always liked the way Pete Wentz played. He was a little higher, but like he kind of not really high, but then he played like he strummed like more so on the neck than down further.
Oh yeah.
But that messes with tone as well.
Yeah.
Like I was generally more closer to the bridge because I wanted more of the punk rock.
Right.
I guess people call it tinny, but I don't really like the tinny. What would you call it? But I like the low, but like also the high, and like you know, I want it to have you can hear each note rather than just like you know, whatever. So
yeah, and there are different styles where I like that low, and then some where I like it just more picky. I get that, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're doing punk rock, you gotta have the pick.
Yeah.
And you gotta have the tone definition, I guess you might say, of each note. Like, you know, you can hear them or whatever. It's kind of going along with it's not just a...
I'm throwing this out there right now that we are considering doing a Wicked Darling reunion next year, and I know you may have played one show with us, but if you want to jump in on it, just for old time's sakes, at least one song.
We'll see if I can even play by then. I've got all my stuff out, and I'm like trying to get myself reacquainted. So maybe we'll see what happens.
So pulling your stuff out, trying to get reacquainted, is this just for you? Are you doing this as like, I just want to see how this sounds before I get rid of anything, or are you just thinking you want to get back into playing?
Mostly for me at the moment, because like, just as a hobby, something to do, whatever, and like I kind of I miss that. Yeah. And somewhat as well, like maybe someday, or, you know, you or whoever, I don't know, maybe we'll do a band or something if something sounded right, you know.
Absolutely.
Maybe not you, because I don't.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Because I don't
somebody else.
I don't like you that much.
No, not that much. But you know, I know you love me.
Yeah, exactly.
Sexually.
No, maybe that would be cool. I don't know. If
I'm open.
If you and I figured something out, maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? The future is up in the air.
I'm sure we are both terrible enough that we could.
Oh my God, that's the thing. Yeah.
That we could make something like that.
I feel so terrible.
Yeah.
Every time I pick up the guitar, I did last night. I'm like, Jesus.
I'm
too old.
I bought a bass tabs book. It was a Green Day bass tabs book. I'm like, that's probably a good place to, you know, maybe just kind of just dink around, you know, like, and just kind of figure, you know, if you can kind of start, you know, reacquainting with the guitar itself and whatever.
Right.
It's still in the packaging after about 2 months.
It's gonna look good on the shelf.
You know, but I'll probably get that out, and then I was like, I have another amp where I'm like, maybe then I can play their music through the one amp, and then, you know, and then I kind of try to play, figure it out or whatever. And like I said, reacquaint myself with the bass guitar.
Well, good, man. Thanks for coming in, talking to me, sharing some of your origin story.
Always love to hang out, actually.
Yeah.
Despite what I just said.
We got to do this more often. Looking forward to hopefully jamming with you again, and maybe...
I was just assuming that you were at the bottom of the barrel for people to talk to, or maybe you'd heard of my latest book coming out, being published.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, I'm just kidding about that. But,
What would be the title of your book?
People and the people with them.
It sucks.
I don't know. It just came out. I have no idea.
All right, man. Thanks for coming in. We'll talk soon.
All right, later. Bye.
Sounds good.
Titties.
Ass and titties. Ass and titties.
Balls and titties.
Balls and titties. Balls and titties.